Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the Game Shack. This episode we're taking a look at a LCD pinball game that's titled simply LCD Pinball Game. It is catalog number 602481, and this is a interesting little handheld pinball game. It's an LCD pinball game, and it's pretty generic, like the name implies. It just says RadioShack Pinball Shaky Action on here, which it has a built-in rumble feature, which we'll see when we get into some of the gameplay. I was actually able to find this item on RadioShack's website and find the game instructions and everything, but once again, they were really old. It looks like they were compiled in 1994, according to the initials at the end here. So what I did is I copied the ugly text off the website, put it into a PDF document, and created a nice little manual for it with a picture and everything. And I will post a link to this PDF at the bottom of the description, so if you happen to stumble across this while doing some research on your own LCD pinball game, you can download some cool instructions for it. The other cool thing about this is I was able to find it in the 1995 RadioShack catalog.
Now here's page 173 of the 1995 RadioShack catalog, and down there in the lower left-hand corner is our LCD pinball game. And you can see it retailed originally for $19.99, which that seems pretty expensive for an LCD handheld game, even in 1995. You can see it's also got that little new icon next to the product description, so we can deduce that this game was released in 1995. And like the previous episode, I got this page of the RadioShack catalog from RadioShackCatalogs.com. They've got high-res scans of RadioShack catalogs going all the way back to the 1940s, so if that's something that interests you, definitely go check it out.
Here's a closer look at the game itself, and like I mentioned earlier, it is pretty generic themed. You just kind of got some random pinball art on here. These 4 spots here actually do have LED lights that light up and flash during gameplay, which is cool. And it has a rumble feature, which is also kind of neat. And then the only other thing on here is this creepy-ass clown in the middle. Otherwise, there's no other clown theming on here, except for there's just a creepy-ass juggling clown in the middle. So I guess it's a clown pinball game. And you've got the options here to turn the sound off and on, the lights off and on, turn the game on, and then start and pause. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And we can pick between game A and game B. The difference between game A and game B is if you pick game B, there's a little bar here that appears, and you can move this bar with the flipper buttons and bounce the ball off of it, so it adds a little bit more depth to the game. And the whole goal of the game is to knock all the rings out, hit all the rings. And there's some bonus features that light up and stuff. So it's your standard LCD pinball game. Let's go ahead, we'll take a look at, we'll do game B, since the only difference really is the moving thing, and we want to see that. Alright. Now, this doesn't have a plunger like that really cool RadioShack pinball game that I reviewed earlier in a previous video where you can pull it back. So what you do is, you can use the left button to select the strength that you want to shoot with. So there's 4 different strength settings. And then you push the right button to actually launch the ball into play. See, and I can move this bar back and forth and kind of use it as a third flipper almost up at the top if I want. You gotta make sure and get it. Oh no, I lost the ball. You get 3 balls in this game. Oh, I drained the ball there again. It's actually pretty difficult, game B, trying to maneuver this thing because you have to actually get it out of the way too when your ball's going up. So it's cool to have something to try to keep the ball up in the top play area, but it's also hard to get it up there sometimes. This unfortunately does not have a multi-ball feature like the previous LCD pinball game from RadioShack that I reviewed, which is also kind of a bummer because I thought that was a really cool feature. This is still a pretty fun LCD handheld game, though. Alright, up the bonus lane. Now, once you... Oh, game over. Once you manage to knock all the rings out, it'll put up another ring pattern that's more difficult. And it just goes from there. So it has kind of levels in that respect. So it's a fairly deep pinball game for an LCD pinball game. I don't think the movement is smooth as I've seen in other LCD pinball games. But it's still definitely something fun to pick up and play for a few minutes. So I would say if you're out thrift shopping and you find this at a Goodwill or something for a few dollars like I did, I would definitely pick it up. It is definitely worth a few dollars. It is fun, even if there is a creepy-ass clown in the middle of it. Anyways, alright, see there I knocked all the rings out, so it gets you, I didn't lose a ball there. It puts up another ring pattern and you get to shoot your ball again, which is pretty cool. But anyways, I'm going to keep playing this. Thanks for watching. If you have a few minutes, go check out episode 1 of the Game Shack. That's another interesting episode, and take care.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Game Shack, the show that focuses on retro Radio Shack toys and games. If you've got a few minutes, you can click on the thumbnail there to see the first episode of the Game Shack, or you can click on one of those other thumbnails to see one of my last 2 retro video game reviews. Also, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and check out my links to the social media garbage down there, and as always, thanks again for watching.